I will say, my playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII did give me a bit of a more appreciation for Squall. I still kind of hold the same problems, but at the same time I kind of understood a lot more of the positives of his character on that playthrough. A lot of people's gripes with them are still very accurate, though. I related to Squall when he said, "I dreamt I was an idiot." It really hit me right in the feels. I'll never forget. I was gonna say, how did that not stagger him, but it's because it killed him. Me every day.
Welcoming present from that first recon team they sent in?
I feel like Squall's story would have gone a lot further. It would have worked a lot better if they kind of leaned into the whole characters don't have to change mentality. Like, a lot of people's gripes with him is the fact that he doesn't have any character development. But if they had made his character development characters don't have to change, then it would have worked better. But they don't really lean into that. A lot of the other characters change, and there's never really a point where they're like... There's never like a point where him being himself pays off, you know? He's just kind of himself, and everyone's annoyed with him the whole game, and then the game ends. There's never this point where they're like, you know, oh, Squall's thick-headedness actually got us out of that debacle, you know. So I think if they had leaned into that better, it could have worked better. Ouch. These things are tough. Also, I just realized I have 35 potions. 2 hours into the game, I have 35 potions. It's gonna be one of those types of games. I feel like the later a game releases in the Square Enix timeline, the more potions you get. You had like Final Fantasy 1, you get like 1 potion. You get to like Final Fantasy 7, 10, 15 potions. You get to Final Fantasy 10, like 20, 25 potions. Final Fantasy 13, 35 potions 2 hours into the game. Final Fantasy VII Remake, 99 potions throughout the entire game. Every time you open the menu, you have 99 potions. I'm starting to get it now. It's like, this is the development that we've been asking for. More potions. People at Square Enix asked, what do you want in your games? And people have responded, we want more potions. More potions. That's what makes a good game. Yeah, Final Fantasy XVI later today. We better be getting 999 potions. There better be a break potion limit ability. That is the true modern gaming. Ooh. Modern gaming technique. Break potion limit. A weapon new to the Sanctum Army, this gunblade is only issued to highly trained soldiers. Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about the fact that she has a gunblade. She hasn't really shot it much yet. The design of this gunblade is based on that of a weapon excavated from a pulse vestige. So yeah, lightning is literally Cloud and Squall combined, confirmed. And her name follows the whole weather thing, so it makes sense. Any questions? All of you that thought that Squall had bad character development, you just didn't know that he was eventually going to turn into lightning. That's the ultimate character development. Now it all makes sense. He's weak against fire, but we don't have fire. Wouldn't this be a nice time to give us some fire so we can, like, use his weakness? Why am I still just attacking and throwing potions? I almost feel like we're supposed to have something else, because, like, I'm getting blasted in this fight. I do find the whole weather name thing kind of strange. Because they started it with 7 with Cloud, and then 8 with Squall, and then they stopped it for 9 and 10 and 11 and 12, and then randomly did it again with 13. And maybe it was just a callback, but it's kind of interesting.
If those things are still around, might be some soldiers trapped in here.
But see, their
too.
characters are very similar, so it makes sense.
They'd probably be Lassie by now, huh? Not even human anymore. Just post-Lassie. Enemy's a cocoon. Can't show him any mercy.
Yeah, because like Cloud, Squall, and Lightning have similar character traits, whereas Zidane and Titus don't really fit. They're a different type of character. I hate to keep harping on this, but again, we're swapping in between characters. What a perfect time to, like, give us some abilities to try out. I keep swapping between Vanille, Snow, and Lightning, but every time I swap, I'm still just attacking. It would be cool if they were kind of using this as a, this is what Snow can do, this is what Vanille can do, this is what Lightning can do. They can all throw potions, and you got enough potions, so don't worry. Guys, this map, it reminds me of something. Can't put my finger on it, but
Bring it on!
I think it rhymes with Stalmay. How's it going, Optimus? It is pretty good. Has a very dedicated fan base.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's one of those games you kind of have to play for yourself to see if you like it. But I always tell people to try it because it has such a dedicated fan base that there's a chance that if you do like it, you'll love it. You know what I mean? And if you don't like it, you'll play it for a couple hours and then quit. No harm done. But if you like it, you might end up being one of your favorites. Because a lot of people absolutely love 13. To this day, it's still their favorite.
Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way.
Wait, I thought this was going up.
Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way.
There's also something else coming up with Hope that I think I remember. And if it plays out the same way as I remember,
He is here.
it's like the reason I hate him.
Calling himself a hero?
Yeah, no, I remember. I remember why I hate Hope now, and it's totally reasonable.
He's coming our way.
What should I do?
Tell him what you need to.
But nothing I say will change what happened.
We could just run away.
Ugh, I'm remembering. I'm remembering. I'm not gonna say it till we get there, but I'm remembering. The problem. TM. Oh, this song. This song's kind of neat. Reminds me of something. I think of what? Oh yeah, Vanille's Run. Everyone loves Vanille's Run. This run just... It goes from Final Fantasy to like an Atlas game real fast with this run. I feel like you're playing Hyperdimension or something. Fits her character though. But yeah, it's a bit much. I will admit. It's a bit much.
Yes!
How's it going, Lay? Loving the streams. I know that you said after Fantathon you'd be playing a lot of other RPGs, but I wondered if you'd played Xenogears and how you feel about it if you'd played it. Xenogears is actually going to be like the next game I play, or very close to the next game I play after Fantathon. It's right up there. So there you go. I played a couple hours of it for a fan day a long time ago, and I immediately said this needs to be a Let's Play. The beginning totally captured me. So not only is it on the list, but it's like at the top of the list. I can't get over how great it would be if all the characters had like one ability to themselves right now, and we were like learning how to play each character individually, and then they all came together, and then we got all the abilities together, and we could learn how they work with each other. That would have been so great. Instead, we're just attacking. And once we find each other, we'll still just be attacking. Kind of lame.
You're gonna regret this.
Or, you know, once we get together, we're going to learn our abilities, but then we'll have to learn them individually and together at once. This would have been a great time to, like, learn them individually so that we could combine them later. I mean, just basics of game design, you know. Doesn't ruin the game, but it's just something that would have worked better, I feel.
What are they?
See, LaCie, you failed. This is what happens when LaCie don't complete the focus the Fal'Cie gave him.
So why are they just wandering around the ship?
Let's even these odds.
Alright, we're finally together. Time to attack someone. Like, the dynamic of the fight hasn't even changed because I can only control snow, snow, so I'm still just attacking. But I just have an extra person attacking in the background now. 5 stars.
How did you get in here? You gotta leave. Okay, listen. Find some place to hide and keep quiet. Once I find Sarah, we'll all leave together. You'll be home in time for dinner.
You...
Wait! Who's Sarah?
My wife. Future wife, that is. She's a Pulse LaCie.
No.
She's here somewhere, along with that Fal'Cie. I gotta find her and set her free.
What's wrong with you? Why do you want to help LaCie? They're the enemy.
Huh?
How can you save LaCie? You're not... That's insane!
Probably. But I gotta do something, right? I'll be back.
Should we wait around for him and hitch a ride?
I'd rather go to Pulse. Why is this happening to me? When they found the Fal'Cie the other day, we were just visiting Bodum. But the army took us, threw us on that train. And because of that guy, Mom is...
Probably shouldn't leave them alone.
And he wants to help LaCie?
Hey again.
Hey. Let's go with him. You gotta talk to him, Hope. If you don't take this chance, you'll regret it forever.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah. Completely remember my issues with Hope, and they're still exactly the same as they were back then. What a stupid character. Like, okay, first of all, it's not Snow's fault, right? Let's just get that out of the way. Literally not Snow's fault. He literally said, "Who wants to go?" and his mom volunteered. So literally not Snow's fault. Now that's fine. Maybe Hope is like, he's so distraught over his mom's death that he doesn't really get that it was her choice. So I get that, like, he hasn't reached that conclusion yet. That's fine. But then why do we get the sad music of like, oh, poor Hope, he's so mad at Snow? And why do we get this whole like thing where he's trying to build up the confidence to yell at him as if that's a good thing? It's not a good thing. It wasn't Snow's fault. Like, how stupid is that? Like, they build up this thing of he's got to talk to her because he's so upset, or he's got to talk to Snow because he's so upset, but it's not even his fault. Like, it's not a conversation he should be having, right? And then on top of that, before this, he literally said out loud, "Whatever I say to Snow isn't going to change what happened." So it's like he comes to the conclusion of, I probably shouldn't yell at Snow because it's not going to fix anything. But then he just does it anyways. And then he says, I'd rather go to hell than, go with him. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, okay, I'll go with him. Like, what? And then we get like the sad music in the background as if we're supposed to be relating with Hope. And I just don't get it. Like, who's relating to Hope in that situation? He's obviously wrong. And even if he's off the deep end because of losing his mom. Like, that's totally understandable. But then why do they build it up that way? You know what I mean? Like, they almost build up Snow as a bad guy. And it's like, just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't work. Like, I don't like it at all. And even if it makes sense later, it's just so obnoxious in the moment that it just does not resonate with me at all. Like, it's just why I don't get the emotion they're trying to get us to feel here. Are we supposed to feel bad for Hope? Because they're not doing a very good job of making us feel bad for Hope. They're making us hate Hope. You know, they're making us like hate who he is. They're setting up this thing of like, I hate the way Hope is acting, so I hope he changes later. That's kind of the setup that I'm getting out of it. But I don't think that happens, or at least not from what I remember. So I just don't think they set it up properly. I think if they had set it up better as like Hope is just completely gone because of his mom and just talking irrationally, and Vanille has to like force him to go with him against his will, that would have worked better than, I'd rather go to hell than work with him. And then 2 seconds later, all right, I'll go with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it doesn't make any sense.
What's gotten into you, soldier?
Don't like that
Thought
section
you
at
came for
all.
a fight.
My sister.
Your sister?
She's a Lassie.
What? A pulse Lassie?
That's the other thing, too, that I forgot. How, like, again, it's okay if Hope is wrong. Not every character has to be right. But the fact that he's so upset over not saving his mom, but then Snow wants to go save his wife, and he's against that. But then the game is playing this sad piano music, like we're supposed to feel sad for Hope. Like, we should genuinely be mad at Hope in the way he's acting. You know what I mean? And then later it should be, oh, well, he changed his ways, or, oh, he learned to accept. But the way they're setting it up, it's almost like we're supposed to hate Snow and feel bad for Hope. And that's just not at all where my mind's at. The way that they're doing it, the way that Hope immediately went against two things he said. He said, whatever I say to Snow, it's not going to change things. And I'd rather go to hell than help Snow. And then he goes back on those two things 2 seconds later. Like I said, it almost feels like we're supposed to be feeling bad for Hope, but that's not the way it turns out at all, you know?
The Fal'Cie has her captive, but I'll find her.
Is she still... Hey, what was her focus? When she became a Lassie, what did the Fal'Cie order her to do? It wasn't blow up Cocoon or anything like that, was it?
I didn't ask.
Listen to me. When a person gets cursed by a Fal'Cie, they become a Lassie, and they get given a focus, right? How do I put this? If they don't carry it out, Lassie end up as one of those things.
I'm not exactly sure why he's
What I'm
explaining that to
saying
her.
is, if your sister's gone that far, I mean, she might still... How can I... Oh, man. There's no way to turn a Lassie back into a human. Even if she completes her focus, there's no changing her fate. She'll live her life as a Fal'Cie slave. Don't make her suffer.
Just say it! Any Lassie, anyone who might ever become a Lassie should be wiped off the face of Cocoon. It's people like you that started the Purge in the first place.
Man, I'm loving the interactions between those two.
So, that's a Seathon.
They're definitely, it's just kind of a shame that he, like, explained that to her when she obviously knows it. I know that he's explaining it so that we get it, but they just explained that in the previous scene, you know? So they could have just taken that out and just had them argue instead of having the obvious... I mean, I don't mind it too much because I'm an idiot and I don't pick up stuff right away all the time, so having it told to me twice is kind of nice. But at the same time, it's like they just told us that last scene. Give the player some, you know, credit that they're going to remember it from the previous scene and just have them say it and not do the obvious talking out loud explanation. But it wasn't that bad. Just kind of pointing that out because they literally like just said that. But yeah, I love these interactions between Lightning and Saw. It's definitely the best character interaction so far. Very deliberate to put those two together at the start here. We still don't know why they're together. Saz said that he had no choice, but that's all we know. Holy cow. Increases strength by 20. My weapon only increases my strength by 10. That's crazy. Glad I picked that up. What is this music? Why is there like a spring sound effect in the back? You hear that? A little like boing. It went away now. There it is. Kind of reminds me of the spring sound effect in the Mihen High Road in 10. Yeah, the enemy was jamming. Oh my god, I do a lot more damage now. 5 stars. Boing, boing, boing.
Search the place.
I'm doing like 7 times the damage that Saz is doing. Feels bad. We're in the Australian outback. Is this, Thai? Throw a shrimp on the bobby. Ripper. I always loved how much they said Struth in that game. Every time you got a power core or whatever the heck they were called. Our egg. You go Struth. Do Australians even say Struth anymore, or is that like an old thing no one says anymore? We have several Australians here. I've never heard any of them say Struth. Can any Australians confirm that Struth is a part of their vocabulary? I knew Doodle would say something. I don't know who Alf Stewart is. I feel like it's an old thing. Like, it was popular when that game was made, but then fell out of style. I thought Australians were fictional. Oh, that's a big boy. Ghast. What other game has a ghast? The remake? Does the remake have ghasts? Something I've played recently had an enemy called a ghast. Oh man, he used fire. I wish I could use fire. You know what I just realized? We're not even getting XP. I didn't even like think about it till just now, but we're literally getting nothing from these fights. Like, there's no reason to do these fights other than gil and items. But yeah, like, there's not even an XP mechanic yet. This is we're basically still in the tutorial. Like, we're still in the prelude to the actual game. And we're what? 3 hours in now? Almost. Not quite. Seems a bit long, to be fair. I think we're near the end, though. Yeah, I think... I have heard that before, that the prelude of this game drags, but I couldn't remember how long it was. Yeah, this is quite long. Kingdom Hearts 2 has a long prologue, but it teaches you a lot about the game. This is teaching me how to attack, still. Like, this is basically just story. We were pretty much done learning about the combat mechanics, like, 10 minutes in. Whereas, like, with Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a really long prologue, but it teaches you a ton of crap that as soon as you get to the real game, you're using and taking advantage of. It all transfers over. Yeah, content stalling. Like I said before, if you just gave each character one ability, and then this whole prologue you were kind of learning their respective abilities and how to use them, then when they all came together, it'd be this perfect marriage of, like, now we get to use all these abilities together and see how they go together. It'd be perfect. If they did that, I think this would be a perfect prologue. Oh yeah, the battle music in this game is so good. I mean, this is the most iconic track from 13, though. Whenever I hear 13 music referenced, it's always this song. Oh, almost died. And the song was redone in all the other games. I am getting some... Oh yeah, I never did check this out. An electronic pass granting access to the B&W Outfitters retail network, so that's basically a shop. Similar to... Which game had the shops you collect? Remake? No, it wasn't Remake. What's the game that you collect shops? Crisis Core. Yeah. Like Crisis Core. That's why I was thinking Remake, because Crisis Core Remaster. Components. I'm getting a bunch of components. So at least I'm getting something. Alright, let me get some more coffee. Alright. I still love making lightning mad at me when I do this. Man, look at how long. Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how long it took before I could move again. She was so mad at me. Okay, are we gonna ask why she's just
we have to leave before the army.
laying there?
What?
That's a Post brand. That girl's a Lassie.
She already told you that.
Told you that.
Post Lassie are the enemies of Cocoon.
So they should die?
Listen, if she fails her focus, you know how that'll end.
And killing her is a mercy?
You came.
Sarah! Sarah.
Is that my hero?
Let's get you out of here.
Hands off. I'm taking her home.
Sis,
I'm not your sister. You couldn't protect her. It's your fault she...
You can save us.
Sarah?
You can save us. Protect us all. Save Cocoon.
Save Cocoon? Sarah? That was your focus?
anything. I'll do anything. Leave it to me, you'll see. I'll protect Cocoon. I'll save everyone.
Somehow, I'll make things right.
You just relax.
Thank you.
Sarah!
Sarah! Sarah!
Why is she turning to crystal?
The sea who fulfill their focus are transformed into crystal and gain eternal life.
Just like the stories say.
Sarah, sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? She's not sleeping! Sarah's... she's...
She's alive.
No.
The legend. Remember the legend. Lassie who fulfilled their focus turn to crystal and gain eternal life. It's the same with Sarah. Eternal life. She's not dead. Sarah's my bride-to-be. I promise to be hers forever. I don't care how many years I have to wait.
It's over! Open your eyes and face reality!
Sarah, does becoming a Lassie really mean losing everything?
Wait,
What now?
the army.
The target is almost in place. Surface team, what is your status?
Good to go. Resistance is under control. The assault proceeds as planned.
Leave no trace. The pulse vestige never existed.
This thing seems like a bit much.
Fire!
A bit exaggerated.
What's happening?
It must be a sanctum strike. Bring down the vestige and the foul sea right with it.
Aren't they taking it back to Pulse? That's what the patch was, right?
All they care about is getting everything from Pulse off Cocoon. Dead or alive, it's all the same.
We can't stay here. They'll kill us.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Trenchcoat, where you going?
Date with the Foul Sea. Got some things to talk about.
What? You're gonna ask it to help her? Are you out of your mind, kid? That thing wants to chew us up and spit us out.
Well, what do you want me to do?
What?
Lightning?
Here we go.
I love Saz as like the voice of reason. So that was really cool. I like the kind of butting heads of Snow and Lightning, where they're united for their cause to save Sarah, but everything else they disagree on. That's always like a really cool character thing, where two characters couldn't be different from each other, but they have this one thing that's unwavering no matter what. Like, no matter how different Snow is, no matter how different Lightning is, no matter how much they hate each other, it could be to the point where they want to kill each other, but they literally can't because there's this one thing that will never not be a thing, which is Sarah. So, like, they have to be together because of Sarah, and there's no... Like, that's never going to go away. He's never going to stop loving her. She's never going to stop being her sister. So they're kind of stuck with each other no matter what, which is just a really cool character dynamic. Was anyone else surprised that Snow let Sarah go? Like when they were holding on to her and she was like rising up into the air and then he like slowly let go of her hand. I feel like given what we know about Snow up to this point, I figured he would just hold on and be like, no, you're not going, like pull her back down. But he just kind of let her go instead. Maybe he's scared of heights. I like this song that's just playing like throughout the battles and the field. Yeah, like I could see why he did it. I just thought it was funny. Like, I saw his hand and I was like, is he gonna let go or just hold on? How's it going, King Heart? How did you feel when you're ready to play Final Fantasy XVI? Can you ask that a different way? I'm not sure what you mean. How do I feel right now that I'm about to play 16? Is that what you're asking? Or like, am I hyped to play it? I am very hyped to play it. Very, very excited to play it. I have not seen anything about it, but it definitely seems like it's up my alley, and it also seems like it's going to be really good. So I couldn't be more excited. This thing I cannot hit. Hey, Doodle, looking to get the sub to Kalos. Do you feel like Vanille or Hope? On a scale from Vanille to Hope, how excited are you for 16? And thank you for the sub to Kingheart as well. Welcome to the crew. Aw, 3 stars. Rip. Reset. I'm 5 Vanilles out of Vanilles. 5 out of 5 Vanilles. Excited. Alright, I think this is where stuff gets good. I think this is where we start really getting into it.
The Foul Sea.
Sarah's a crystal now. You gave her a focus, and she did it. You got what you want. Now let her go! Please, turn her back. I'll be your Lassie instead!
Fine. You go on begging. Like this thing gives a damn what we want!
Lightning!
It's this thing's fault the purge started. And it's people who are dying. Sarah told us to save Cocoon. That means this thing needs to die. What?
I think you made it mad. This thing gives me like Vegnagun vibes. Which strangely was actually before this. Hope's like, I'm out of here. Correct.
Come on now. You really think you can kill a Foul Sea?
I'm doing this for Sarah.
I'm gonna punch it.
Dodge.
Oh man, I love that he didn't even drop Dodge's name until just now.
As long as you don't mind an amateur.
That's really cool.
I got these things. Might as well use it.
Yeah, Saz is such a great character. I forget how great he is. Forgot how great he is. Time to attack some more. Throw a potion every once in a while. It's literally all I can do. Wait. I can target the arms. That's something different. Yes. Attack the arms. Gameplay mechanics. Normally I'd wait to use a potion, but I have a million of them, might as well, right? Whack him up. I don't think we're gonna stagger this bad boy. Even if you can't stagger though, that little damage increase you get from the stagger bar is nice. It's fun to see how you can get the number. Yeah, I remember getting the platinum and having to get 5 stars on everything. And it was kind of a disaster at times. Because some of the ways you get 5 stars is really wonky, from what I remember. Oh, there was a question when I left and I forgot to answer it when I came back. Shotgun asked, which Final Fantasy would you say has the best tutorial? The best tutorial section. Which Final Fantasy? Okay, so Final Fantasy I had nothing. Final Fantasy II had kind of nothing. Final Fantasy III had like that opening dungeon, which I don't know if it plays out the same way in the original as it does in the DS remake. In the DS remake, it was kind of like a tutorial. Really all the retro, like 4, 5, and 6 as well, kind of just have like a opening tutorial dungeon style thing. I don't remember how 6 started. Then you have 7, which I think is one of the best openings to a video game ever. But in terms of like its tutorialness, there really isn't any, which is why it's so great. I wouldn't say it necessarily like teaches you the ropes though. So in that way, it's probably not a great tutorial. One of the greatest openings in video games, period, but it's not really a great tutorial. It's more of just like you can use magic, but it's not like there's any enemies that are weak against the magic you have, so you don't really get to explore that. You can kind of just attack your way through. 8 is just too slow. 8 is so slow at the start. You have like the Ifrit dungeon, which is cool, but I don't know. 8's kind of yikes. And then 9 is pretty good, but 9 is also just slow in general. 10's tutorial was cool and was a fun opening and didn't overstay its welcome. And you get to use a character that's really cool that you get to get later. There's a lot of good stuff about 10's tutorial, for sure. But 10's tutorial kind of lasts like all the way up until like Luca, because you're getting new characters and learning how they work and stuff. So 11, insert laugh. 12, you fight some rats. This game, yikes. Maybe 10. I don't know. Honestly, Final Fantasy is not the greatest at tutorials. I think that's what I think that's what we've learned. Final Fantasy's best tutorials are when they don't have one. Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 7. Like, when there's no tutorial, it's better than when there is one. That's kind of what I'm gathering. So, I just think Square Enix in general kind of suck at tutorials. And the longer they go, the worse they get. I think Remake's tutorial was good, but the more modern they get, the worse they get at tutorials and even just openings in general. So, kind of a yikes. Also, Comical Lizard said, Final Fantasy VIII is unplayable for me because it doesn't show the amount of health out of the total, at least in the health bar. What seemingly small feature or mechanic is missing in a Final Fantasy game that drives you nuts? That's one of them. I hate when it's a number and not a bar. I get over it, but it is kind of annoying. I think what bothers me the most is menus. I love fluid menus, and modern Square Enix games have incredible menus. So when I go back and play other games that don't have incredible menus, like Chaos Legion, for example, the menus are incredibly laggy and awful. And it's such a struggle with the speedrun. But like other games too, even in the series, like even 7 has a really snappy and nice menu. Most of the Final Fantasies do. But every once in a while you get a menu that's just a little bit sluggish or eats your inputs or is just a bit slow. And it's like, oh, I wish this could just be Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, just put Kingdom Hearts 2's menu in every game and I'd be happy. Don't try to overdo it. Just make it fluid. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 ruined my sense of menus, I think. Like, because now, if it's not as fluid as Kingdom Hearts 2, it annoys me. I get over it, but yeah, that's one, like, little thing that, like, can be annoying. I'm definitely not one of those people where one little annoyance makes a game, like, unplayable, though. Five stars! Dude, it's crazy. Kingdom Hearts 2, not even the remake, the remaster, like original Kingdom Hearts 2. It's like 20 years old, and it's got the most fluid, amazing menus. On PS2.
Where are we?
What's going on?
Stuff's getting real. It has a face.
See a future, and I was afraid. When the future was clear, and it hurt to see, I'd just close my eyes and lose myself in happier days.
Man, the visuals in this game are truly stunning. Early PS3.